your legs out.
58-year-old Joe Zanders, one of the assistant coaches with the instructions. Let's watch Andre at work.
See, that could be dangerous for Andre, and I'm sure the coaches are going to be aware of it. He fell in. He didn't pay a price, but he fell in a little bit. Good left jab scoring by Ward. Set up by the jab to the body first.
Ward reaching with the left, and he gets a point. He has a 9-5 lead against Clemente Russo of Italy.
Ward has the speed, the quickness to get away with reaching every once in a while and score. But it's the time that he doesn't get away with it that you have to be concerned. Will somebody be ready to time him with a blow?
And now some blood on the face of Clemente Russo.
You know, Bob, when you have a 6-year winning streak, as the American fighter Ward has, there's a lot of reasons for it. Talent, ability, experience. But one that's got to be there all the time is your work ethic. No different with Ward. I was talking to the coaches of the United States team the other day, and they said that Andre Ward was one of the hardest workers on the team.
Well, Teddy, working with Virgil Hunter in California, a very strict training regimen, very strict diet. In fact, he pushes Hunter's Cadillac Coupe de Ville around the parking lot as part of his training.
Does Hunter sit in it?
Does he need to?
No, I think that's hard enough. You make a good point.
And the whole fact that Andre sent his wife and his young sons to stay with some of her family in Seattle in January just so he can 24/7 focus on his boxing. That's dedication. It's hard to be away from your family, he told us. But he knows that you only get one shot at this.
He works hard and he thinks hard, switching back and forth when he thinks necessary from orthodox to southpaw. He gets one for that pawing there. He will paw. We mentioned it at the top with that left hand. He looks to paw with it to measure you, to set up something. You can be sure that Andre Ward's looking for that jab to the head now after jabbing to the body. Thinking in there. Trying to build something.
Ward has pushed his lead to 7 with 13 seconds to go in the round.
You know what I like right now? He's taking what's given him. He's being given that jab. He's being allowed to control the fight on the outside by applauding Russo. So he figures, I don't need anything other than a jab. Picking the spots real well.
Andre Ward leads it 15-8 through 3 rounds. He's got 2 minutes to go to advance to the quarterfinals.
Breathe. He's going to come hard this time. Remember the 2-step rule. We're not going more than 2 backwards. Lateral motion is all we want. Do what you're doing. Make it think. Follow it up a little bit. We don't want to fight unless we have to. How we doing, Coach?
3 up, 5 front. Last round, don't do nothing stupid. Defense. You got it.
Lateral motion.
Okay.
Got it? Breathe. Stand up. Go. Sit, baby. Give me a deep breath. Here we go. Hands up. Hands up, huh?
At the Olympic trials, Andre Ward cruised, as Teddy alluded to earlier. He has not lost a bout in the ring in 6 years. If he negotiates this last 2 minutes against Clemente Russo, he'll go against the reigning 2-time world champion from Russia, Yevgeny Makarenko, who has not lost a bout in 5 years in international competition.
Russo too slow and too predictable so far for Ward. Russo walking in, plotting it.
Should mention that in Russo's corner is part of the Italian coaching staff, a silver medalist from the 1984 Olympics in the super heavyweight category, Francisco Damiani. He lost to Terrell Biggs, one of the coaches on the Italian side.
Recognition so important in anything. Ward quickly recognized that Russo, slow on his feet, also needs to be set to punch. That's why you see the movement of Ward, who sometimes will choose to fight another way. Get in the pocket and just put punches together. Not necessary today. You mentioned Ward's father, Frank Ward, passing away a couple years ago. Tattooed on the undersides of each forearm for Andre is his father's name, Frank on one arm, Ward on the other. Andre hopes that he gets an opportunity during this Olympics to raise those arms towards the heavens while standing on a podium.
His father passed away right after he won the under-19 championship. Took some time off. Obviously was depressed and sort of refocused himself with the help of Virgil Hunter and now the U.S. staff. Ward slips down.
Ward's looking for counters now, feeling he's ahead, doesn't want to get reckless. Perhaps wants to save energy for his next match.
Against Evgeny Makarenko.
Maybe going into too much of a prevent here, allowing Russo to walk in just a little bit. The jab would not be a bad idea down the stretch.
Well, the worst kept secret here at the Peristeri Olympic Boxing Hall are the scores. They're not posted anywhere, but the coaches from all the teams seem to know, and they shout it to their charges in the ring. 20-year-old Andre Ward. 22-year-old Clemente Russo. Andre Ward posts the 17-9 victory, so Andre Ward advances to the quarterfinals, and he will face a major test next. The reigning two-time world champion, Evgeny Makarenko of Russia. Remember, Ward had a bye, so this was his first appearance in the Olympics. Some butterflies as well, I'm sure.
Very important to get one under your belt. And that was done today. I'm sure the coaches are going to go over his corrections. Even in winning, you do things right, but you do things wrong. Important to make those corrections.
So Ward is on to the quarterfinals, where he'll face the stiffest of tests. We'll hear from Andre Ward when we return after this. Welcome back to the Peristeri Olympic Boxing Hall. Bob Papa along with Teddy Atlas. Andre Ward of the United States advances in the light heavyweight division with a 17-9 victory. He's standing by with Kenny Rice.
Thanks, Bob. We talked to the boxers last week on the USA team. There was one of them that said he was here to win a gold medal. Do you remember saying that, Andre? Not in a bragging way, but you said this was your goal, was to come here and bring back the gold.
Without question. That's what I've been working for my whole life. And it's finally here. The stage is set. And I'm ready to go.
First couple of rounds, this was your first fight in this tournament, getting the bye, of course. Did you have any butterflies? It seemed from the third round on you really took charge.
Well, of course, you're a little tight going in. This is the biggest stage you've ever fought in your whole life, but the Lord gave me the strength to loosen up and really start flowing. And you still haven't really seen the best of Andre Ward, and hopefully each and every fight I can improve.
Did you see Makarenko fight any? Obviously, you look at the draw and you see the possibility that would be a quarterfinal match. Did you see any of his bout earlier?
No, I didn't. I was focused on my bout. I knew he was fighting, but that wasn't my concern. We got past this one. Now we'll worry about the quarterfinal.
You have dedicated this tournament, coming into it, to, among others, the memory of your father, Frank. You always carry a picture with him to the ring. Were you able to carry one today?
I was not, but I will have one in the quarterfinals for sure. And this is not only for him, this is for Guy, and this is for my whole family back home. Oakland, Hayward, what's going on, baby? We're bringing home the gold.
Thank you. Andre Ward, light heavyweight from the United States, 20-year-old from Oakland, California. We watched practice the other day. One guy stayed in the ring and kept jumping rope and shadowboxing 10 minutes after practice was over. It was Andre Ward. More boxing when we return.